What's up? It's talk time again. So, just hang tight, because I was thinking about some shit that really blew my mind on my drive home today. So, like, I'm just sitting here thinking, like, I come from like a science background. I'm always thinking about, science related things, but lately I've also been like dabbling in the spiritual side of things. But today I kind of came to you know, a convergence of the two ways of thinking. And this ain't like this ain't no like groundbreaking thing or nothing, but just hear me out. I'm rambling, just excited. But so like if we think about just life, like what is life? This would be my opinion. You take it with a grain of salt, but um, we are energy, right? And like the laws of thermodynamics and all that. Energy can't be created or destroyed, only like transformed, basically. So we basically come from an eternal source. Excuse my beard. I just woke up from my friend's place. We had a New Year's party, but that's besides the point. So we come from an eternal source, right? So basically, we're all just visiting in this thing we call life. And like like if you think about like the natural state of things, um, like life is just crazy because it's like a paradox. Like we made a finite experience out of infinity, basically, is what the equation is like setting me up to believe. And I feel like at this point in time, we won because I feel like the whole point in life, like it's like a game almost, where it was like trying to figure out a way to be self aware and understand the nature of itself entirely. And I mean, I'm not being arrogant enough to say the answers to life or no crazy shit like that. But in a way, we kind of do. Like, if you think about it, like I was saying, we come from an eternal source, yet our experience is finite. So, like, you can't remember anything before you died, and you can't remember anything after. Yet we have the understanding that we come from an eternal source. Like, is that not badass as fuck? Like, we're all just visiting here, but we literally all come from the same source, like everything around us. And I know that's on like some Buddhism shit, but it's true though. Like if you break everything down to the atomic level, we all the same. Like if you go, it's all about your perspective of where you want to, take a look at life. I'm not talking about at the genetic level. I'm talking about the atomic level. We all literally are the same. All the animals, people, all that shit. And we have come to a point where we can like understand these things, even if it's easy to get caught up in life and the day-to-day shit and forget the simple things. This is a simple thing I'm talking about, but it's not talked about enough. Like, but we can like come to these realizations, record this shit and like share it with each other. Like if you alive right now, we won. Like we figured out life for real. Like we got to a point where we not just nature going with the flow, enjoying life and the mechanisms of how you go through life and death. Like we are intelligent enough to break this shit down and like really understand what's going on outside and inside with infinity, even if it's brief. For this moment on this planet, we as humans have won the game of life. Like, and that shit is crazy to me. I was like driving on my way home today and like thinking about it from that perspective. I'm like, how can I ever have a bad day again? If like, cause like we're just visiting. We're visiting ourselves. We're coming from eternity and like forming into something just to experience ourselves temporarily. We're like literally on vacation every day. How can you be mad thinking about life that way? How can you ever hate somebody thinking about life that way? And another thing, this is like the reason I know that like love will always outweigh hate too is because preservation is the natural state of things. And to back up that claim, if it wasn't, we would be like, you know what I mean, nixing ourselves every day. Nobody would be here if it wasn't. Preservation is the natural state. Like God rest the people, who go through things and, take themselves out of existence. But, that unfortunate outlier aside, for the most part, everybody's trying to preserve every day. Even if you're having a shitty day, a shitty point in time and experience, the natural state is to preserve. And to me, preservation is a form of love. That's a form of self-love that you wake up every day and don't, take yourself out of, your visitation. So, like, with that being said, we come from eternity. The natural state of things is preservation, which is also a form of love. Like, I don't know, I'm just on some shit where I feel like I ain't never about to be, like, really mad no more once I thought about life that way. Like I'm literally on vacation every day. I don't remember shit before this amalgamation of me, whatever that is, and I ain't gonna remember shit after. I'm literally just on vacation. We all are. And I was on some shit like everybody I seen like in a car or walking down the street, I had like real like actual love for them, cause it's me. It's you. It's all of us. We all are everything at the same time. It's eternal. And that shit is crazy. But it's actually like kind of, I don't want to say scary, but it's like just trippy, like when you think about it that way. Like, whatever you want to label God as, that's one badass motherfucker to put this shit together like this. Like, this shit is crazy, bro. We like living in a paradox. Eternity temporarily experiencing itself.